Here's your daily Tottenham news. And me, Harry Scarfe, football writer, football content creator and YouTuber. Thank you, Chris Cullen, for this opportunity. Hope you're well. If you're new, like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So if you're unfamiliar with how it works, we go through one or two articles and unpick them. The first, and it's got to be on Heung-min Son. If you missed the news, been living under a rock. Heung-min Son has confirmed he'll be leaving Tottenham. So I want to read an article. I've chosen The Guardian. It's the one of the first that come up. Headline is Son Heung-min takes most difficult decision and confirms Tottenham exit. It's written by Billy Monday. It goes on to say Son Heung-min has confirmed he's taken the most difficult decision to leave Tottenham during the summer transfer window after 10 years at the club. The 33-year-old made the announcement during Spurs' pre-season tour of Asia. We were speaking at a press conference in Seoul of his native South Korea. Before we start the press conference, I wanted to say I've decided to leave the club this summer, Son said as he sat beside Tottenham's new manager Thomas Frank. Respectively, the club is helping me with this decision. It was the most difficult decision I've made in my career. Such amazing memories, it was so hard to make the decision. I need a new environment to push myself. I need a little bit of change. 10 years is a long time. I came to North London as a kid, 23 years old, such a young age. I leave this club as a grown man, a very proud man. That's the words of Son. Frank had indicated in July that the forward may already be his way already out of Spurs and refused to confirm whether Son will remain as the club captain for a new season. If a player has been at the club a long time, then there will always be a decision for the club to take. That's what Frank said for Tottenham's first pre-season fixture against Reading on the 19th of July in his press conference when he was asked. Son has been at Tottenham since joining from Bayer Leverkusen in the summer of 2015, going on to score 173 goals in 454 appearances in all competitions. He registered just 7 goals in the Premier League last season when Spurs finished 17th before lifting the Europa League trophy, the first piece of the club's silverware of his career, following the victory against Manchester United in May's Europa League final in Bilbao. Winning the title in Europe felt like I had achieved everything I possibly could, Son added. I spent a lot of time, reflecting on whether I wanted to experience football in a different environment, and I had those conversations with myself over and over again. Los Angeles FC are interested in bringing Son to the MLS and have been tracking the forward for some time, but have been yet to make an official bid. They signed Hugo Lloris, another Spurs captain, in December 2023. There is not yet thought to be any interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia. Son came on as a substitute in Tottenham's friendly win against Arsenal in Hong Kong on Thursday and has featured in 3 of the 4 pre-season matches that Tottenham have been involved in this summer. Frank's side are set to face Newcastle and Seoul on Sunday, when Son is expected to play and captain Spurs in what could be his final appearance for the club. For me personally, I would have loved to have worked with this fantastic person. This is what Frank had to say. It's really nice, actually. Yeah, I would like to work with this fantastic person and player. That's what Frank said. He's a true Spurs legend in every aspect, one of the greatest players to play in the Premier League. It's never easy to find the perfect timing, and me coming in from the side, it makes it a bit easier to end on a high. Some will leave Tottenham with just 1 trophy. This is now away from what Thomas Frank said. He'll leave 1 trophy, the Europa League triumph under Ange Postecoglou, also with a host of individual awards, most notably the Premier League Golden Boot, which he shared with Liverpool's Mohamed Salah in the 21-22 season. He won the FIFA Pukas Award in 2020 for a solo run and finish against Burnley. Despite the presence of Harry Kane, Son won Tottenham's Player of the Year 3 times in 3 times in the space of 4 years between 2019 and 2022. He will leave 5th on the club's all-time list of goal scorers behind Kane, Jimmy Greaves, Bobby Smith, and Martin Chivers. So that's the first article. Firstly, with Son, I'd like to say it's emotional. It's the kind of news we expected, but at the same time, something you can't really prepare for. I'd say it's a lot sadder than when Harry Kane left the club, and words like Mr. Tottenham and loyal, servant, leader, legend. These words don't go far enough from Son. I want to thank him for all the memories he's given me as a Tottenham fan. Because when I first started following football, if I started going to games as well, when I first started supporting Tottenham as well, it was all around about 2016. When I was about 8 years old, that's when I first started really following football and started going myself. The first time I had a season ticket, and I've had one ever since up until this very day. But I've never seen a Tottenham side without Heung-min Son in that kind of Spurs squad. Of course, I know he's been injured, but he's always been a Tottenham Hotspur player. And I said the same about Harry Kane. It's sad when he left, but Son's even sadder because he's got had a big offer from Saudi apparently in 2023. He would have got £25 million a year, turned it down. It's not about the money for Son. I think it's the right move for all parties. I think it's right to move on to end on a high. I think his best days are behind him. I don't think he's got a lot more to give for Tottenham. I'm totally agree with you. Maybe even overstepped. He stayed done it too long from his point of view. I think the club got it right to let him choose his future. I think it's the right decision. Again, it feels right to end on a high, but he leaves as European champion, and just others around him got impatient, and understandably so. Went to one trophy. He was loyal, stayed to the end, and it won't feel right to see Tottenham, our Tottenham, without Heung-min Son. So that's an article from the Guardian, kind of gathering all the news in one place. But it's nice. It's nice to see the response that someone's got from that. Second article I want to get into is from Football London. The headline is Bayern Munich's chief provides João Palhinha to Tottenham Hotspur transfer clarity. The latest Spurs transfer news is Bayern Munich sporting director provides an update on João Palhinha. Wrapped up very quickly. Thomas Frank's side begin the new Premier League campaign in exactly 3 weeks' time, hosted newly promoted Burnley. In that time, the new manager hopes to introduce at least one new star to his squad. Palhinha's arrival from Bayern is now lined up as the manager wants a specialist defensive midfielder to join the all-rounders that previously occupied the club's engine room. Spurs have been successful in striking a similar deal with German champions. They managed to get Matthias Tell back in January. The new midfielder is set to sign an initial season-long loan following by the option of a €30 million, that's £26.1 million permanent deal next summer. And as quoted by German Outlook Bild reporter Hugo Neider and Alexander Arena, sporting director Fraun, suggests there should be no hinges in impeding deal. If everything goes smoothly, it won't drag on endlessly, he said before teasing soon. Palhinha was not included in Vincent Kompany's squad on Saturday afternoon as the Bundesliga heavyweights defeated French side Lyon 2-1. That is the article, short and sweet, from Football London. It's good that he won't be held up, you'd hope. So, I think good banter there, good humour, light-hearted. It should go through, and I think Palhinha is an absolute beast. I think he's a destroyer, great in 1v1, and that disrespect that's gone towards him is really sad to see. He's a top player. There's no doubt about it. The only question is why Bayern get rid of him so quickly? Why didn't it work out at Bayern? Was it the Bundesliga? Was it Vincent Kompany's system? I'd like to know a little bit more. Or was it the legs? I don't know how much we'll get out of him. There's no doubt about it. 1v1, he is class. There's no doubt about it. And someone throw at him about his past ability, but Palhinha has good ball retention and can feed it into those players in this Tottenham team that have the ability to thread the pass. And there's a bit of a false narrative anyway. So Palhinha is good. He's a great defensive midfielder, less useful in low blocks, but he's going to make us really hard to beat. I could see Thomas Frank's Tottenham being hard to beat. Those are your two articles, and we've dissected them. Thank you very much for watching today's video. If you can support my own personal work as an independent creator away from this channel, that'd be massively appreciated. If you can follow me firstly across all socials at Harry Scarfe, too. I'm a football content creator, YouTuber, football writer and advocate for autism. Also my YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe, which contains my own Tottenham podcast within. You can see there called the Scarfe Spurs podcast, which is also available via audio, across your major podcast platform to listen anytime, anywhere in the world. But I'm a proud regular here at Chris Gallen's channel. Like and subscribe, check him out. I want to thank Chris Gallen himself for this opportunity. Really do enjoy doing this. It's proud to kind of deliver regular content here. But for now, come on, you Spurs.